Hello family, welcome back to the channel. It's good to have you guys back here to the channel. So in today's tutorial I'm going to be showing you how to make this tote bag. It has two pockets, one on the outside, one on the inside, and it also have an upper zipper. It is a structured bag and it can also be used as an office bag. So this is me. I've cut out all my pattern already. I am using a two-faced leather. The reason is because I don't want to put any stabilizer on this project. So this is me. I've already made my measurements, and the top is 8 inches, the middle is 4 inches, and the other side is 8 inches as well, and the width is 10 inches. And the measurement for the sides is a 4 inches wide by 8 inches in length. I just use this rubber to just make a curve, and I cut out two of it. Then I'll go ahead and measure it round. Anything I get, I am going to use it to cut out the side parts, because the gusset is not an ordinary gusset. It's a gusset that has the side gusset, and the measurement of the width of the side gusset is 1 inches. This is the handle. The handle is a 2 inches thing. So what I did was I added 8 plus 8, which is for the both side, and I added 14 inches. You can make it less, and I cut it out like this. And that one is the long strap, this is the zipper, and this is the nail and some other accessories I would need as well. So this part is the part that the zipper is going to stay. I just learned something recently, and I am going to go ahead and carry that out. So I divided 2 inches into two, and I went out by 1 inch. This is because I don't want the zip to be all the way. So when I remove that 1 inch, so I'm just going to be attaching the zipper like this. So in that way, up part will be sewn to the end, but the zipper will have 1 inches interval from both sides. So let's go straight to stitching. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is to just go in by 1 inches on this bottom layer, and I'll just make markings. I'll just use my nail to punch the hole. Then I'll go ahead and put my leg, is it bottom stance or the chair, the place is bottom stance, yeah? So I went ahead and put it. This is how it looks like. Then I'll just go ahead and start and go and work with the zipper. So I will just make straight stitch on the zipper like this, and that's basically everything about the zipper part. So I'll keep that aside, and the next thing I'll go ahead and do is to start working on the handle. So I'll measure 8 inches from this thing, and I'll add half inches, please. I'll tell you why I'm adding the half inches later on. So I'm measuring 8.5 inches instead of 8 inches. Then I'll make my markings. That will serve as a guide, so that I'll just fold it into two like this. Then I will make my stitch. And so I'll make straight stitch from this 8.5 inches to the other markings of the 8.5 inch. So after stitching, this is what it looks like. Then I'll just start making my markings on the body of the bag. I am just going to go in by 1 inches on both sides. That is going to serve as a guide. I'm going to go in by 1 inches on both sides. That's going to serve as a guide, so that when I'm stitching, I will not have issues. So after I stitch, this is what it looks like. Make sure the half inches is after that line. Sure, you see that the half inches is entering inside that line. So for the outside pocket, I just went down by 3 inches and I make my markings. It's just a small pocket that I want to put for the client, because the client said she wants the bag to have multiple pockets because she has a child, so that she'll be able to put her money and some other things inside the bag. So I'm just making my markings and trying to cut out the place where the zipper would be. So if you don't know how to put a zipper to your bag, I have tutorials on the channel. I'm going to put the links, not one set, not two. I have a lot of videos, so I'm going to put the links in the description box, so that you'll be able to watch and see how to put a side zipper to your bag. So I'll just go ahead and make a stitch. After stitching, this is what it looks like. You see, our work is not yet done. So this is the fabric I'm going to be using to cover, so that when you put your money, it will not be falling inside the main bag. So I'll just go ahead and make my stitches, and after stitching, I'll just go ahead and stitch the handle as well. So after stitching, this is what it looks like. I'll just go ahead and stitch the sides, so that I'll be able to cover it. So after stitching, this is what it looks like. Then I'll go ahead and cut off the excesses. Now the next thing to go ahead and do now is to start fixing the sides. So you need to be very, very careful when fixing the handle, sorry, the second handle. So you fix it the same way you fixed the first one. Make sure the half inches is after this line. You know, we measured 8.5 inches, so that half inches is after the line. So after stitching, this is what it looks like. Now you trim off any excesses. Now the next thing to do is to put that your bottom panel to the bottom. But before that, I would advise you screed it like this. Please make sure you are using a new razor, and make sure you are only screeding that half inches, if not less. The reason is because I don't want it to be bulky when I am stitching on my sewing machine. Like I said, I'm using a double-sided leather, and the double-sided leather is normally thick. So after I do the screeding like this, make sure you are using a new razor so that it will not stress you out and you will not cut yourself. So I'll just align it on top like this, and I'll make two straight stitches on both sides or ends on both sides. So after stitching, this is what it looks like. So our bag now has a bottom sit. So now the next thing to go ahead and do is to start working on the sides of the bag. So this is a long strap. Since it's a double-sided leather, I'll just go and just make two straight stitches on both ends for it and just keep that one aside. So this is just me. This is how to sew the sides. So you sew it right side facing right side, then you stitch it. All right, so after stitching, this is what it looks like. Don't forget you put your doing. The lining is not a necessity. If you don't want to put a lining, no voila, just skip it. So you first of all sew the zipper first straight upward before you now sew the gusset to it. Like I said, the lining is not a necessity, so make sure you start sewing from after the bottom of the bag. So after stitching, this is what it looks like. So I'm so sorry I couldn't show you after I finished stitching, but I hope with my illustration you'll be able to get something as beautiful as this. Thanks for tuning in once again to the channel. If you're a returning subscriber, please do well to give me a thumbs up and also say something nice in the comment section. And please, if you are just tuning into the channel for the very first time, please do well to click on the subscribe button and also the notification bell so that you get notified whenever I post a new tutorials. Thank you for watching. Thank you for stopping by, and I hope to see you guys in my next tutorial. Bye.